Hey class, this is Mrs. Hoffman. We are going to start on page 441 today. If you haven't done so already, you're going to need to go back and take the notes on page 440 and 441 first. I'm just here to help clarify some questions, okay? First, I want to talk about quartiles. Okay, you already know how to find the median, but quartiles are new. If you think of quarter or a quart of milk, you're thinking about dividing something up into four. Okay, a quarter is 1/4 of a dollar. A quart of milk is 1/4 of a gallon. So we're dividing our data set up into four pieces here. What I want to show you is that it actually does require us to find one of our measures of center, and that's the median. So we're going to find that first, and even before I find the median, of course, I need to get all of my data. That's all of these X's down here in this data set in order, so I can see it a little bit better. So I've already done that. Here's my data set. And, Miss Hoffman, you're so nice. We already split it right down the center. So if you split it down the center, our median right here is going to, of course, be 20. Okay, in between 18 and 22 is 20. Add them up, divide by 2. So I'll label that as my median. This helps me a great deal. Now, in order to split our data set up into 4, we've already cut it in half, of course. Now we need to split up the lower half into 2 pieces. Well, to do that, we need to find out what's exactly in the middle. Let's see, I forgot a 1 on my 16. So what's exactly in the middle? Well, that's going to be 14, of course, because it's exactly the median of the lower half, okay, the lower half of the number. So I'm going to call this quartile number 1. Now, if I look at the upper range up here, I want to find out what's the median of the upper half. So if I look at that, that's going to be 25 right there in the middle, quartile number 3. Below, you'll see that it wants us to do what's called the interquartile range. And if you took notes on it, you already know that that's quartile 3 minus quartile 1. So if I do that, well, that's awfully simple. All you're going to do is take 25, which is quartile number 3, and then you're going to subtract 14. And of course, if we do that, we get 11. So that's your interquartile range, the IQR. Now let's put it all together down here at the bottom on the next example. So we're going to go to example or got it problem number 2. It wants all of the measures of center. Okay, I've written them out here already. So we've got median, quartile 1, quartile 3, interquartile range, and range. Range, of course, is just the biggest minus the smallest number. Okay, largest minus smallest. And we're going to start to put all these things together. So first, let's start with the median. I took our data set, I put it in order. So we're going to split this right in half. Well, what's exactly in between 40 and 44? Of course, that's going to be 42. I'm just trying to get my computer to work with me here. Let's do it up here, 42. There we go. So we have the median is 42. Next, we're going to do the first quartile. But in this case, when we take the lower half, the median of the lower half, there's no number that's exactly in the middle. So we have to look in between 38 and 39. Well, what's that going to be? That's going to be 38 and a half. Okay, so I'm trying to write it down here, 38.5, right in the middle. Again, if you add the two numbers and divide by 2, you get exactly what's in the middle. 44, 45, 49, 53, all these upper numbers here, we're going to take them and find the middle of those. So what's right in between 45 and 49? Well, that's 47. Okay, that's our third quartile. Now the interquartile range would be if we subtracted those. If you take Q3 and you subtract Q1, so 47 minus 38.5, you're going to get 8.5. My computer really doesn't want to work today. And then last but not least, the range is going to be your largest minus your smallest number, okay? So if you look for the largest, that's 53, right here. And then minus 25, and you're going to get a final answer, a final range of, looks like 28. Okay, so our final answer here for range is 28. And there you have it. You found all of the measures of center. Well, you heard me say it. I guess I'm not going to be able to write it down. There it is, 28. That's our final answer. Okay, let me know if you have questions during our scheduled Zoom session, and good luck.